Fact: 1 in 8 women in America will get breast cancer by the age of 40. Ladies and gentlemen, this disease is on the alarming rise in the United States. It's important that everybody in this class know how to test themselves for breast cancer. Now, I speak from experience because my mother had her breast removed from this devastating disease, and I learned a lot in that doctor's office. Today, we're going to talk about 3 very important points. First, we're going to talk about the alarming statistics surrounding breast cancer. Then we'll discuss breast cancer's risk profile. And third, and most importantly, before you leave class today, everybody in this room is going to know how to test themselves for breast cancer. Now that you know a little bit about where we're heading, let's take a look at our first main point: the alarming statistics surrounding breast cancer. Okay, class, that was a speech introduction. And we use speech introductions to set up the body of our speech. A speech introduction should be brief, and it should be clear, and it should signal to the audience that there's a limited amount of information that you're going to be imparting to your audience. So let's just take a look at what a good speech introduction should contain. Now, I call this the 4-part speech introduction. First, you're going to have an attention getter, and your mama probably told you at some point in your life, you only get one chance to make a first impression. So if I said to you, "Hi, my name is Mr. Patterson. Today we're going to talk about breast cancer," you would probably not be as interested as you would with a hard-hitting statement about, like, "Let me tell you a story about something that happened to my wife," and then ... go on to the story. Next, and many of you said this in the discussion forum, is you need to narrow your topic to a singular idea. Now, if I tell you that I'm going to talk about breast cancer, that's a big idea. But if I tell you I'm going to talk about testing for breast cancer, it's a little idea. Next, you have to establish credibility. And many speakers, many students think that credibility is citing your source, and it is in the body of your speech. But here in the introduction, you, the speaker, need to be credible. And so what I've done is I've linked myself to this topic by telling you about my mother, who had her breast removed from this devastating disease. It doesn't mean I'm an expert in breast cancer, but it does mean that I probably have more experience than the majority of my audience. Finally, you're going to give a preview. And a preview is a statement of your 3 main points. Now, can you have 4 points? Yes. Can you have 2 points? Yes. Should you have 17 points? I would say not. But here you're going to state specifically what it is you're going to talk about. And if you remember, my 3 main points were the alarming statistics, the risk profile, and then I was going to show you how to test for breast cancer. So remember, the 4-part introduction: attention getter, thesis, credibility, and preview. I will see you on the other side of this. Later, folks.